It was nearly midnight when the rain began to fall. The streets of downtown Manhattan had emptied, leaving only the shimmer of streetlights reflected on the wet pavement. Logan Pierce, the 38-year-old tech magnate and CEO of one of the fastest-growing companies in the country, sat in the back seat of his sleek black town car, lost in a haze of exhaustion. He had just left a charity gala, one of those extravagant affairs where people dressed in tailored suits and expensive gowns pretended to care about causes they would forget by morning. Logan, though rich beyond imagination, never felt at home among them. As the car slowed at a red light near an old bus stop, something caught his eye. There, curled up on the cold metal bench under a flickering street lamp, was a child, a little girl, alone. "Stop the car," Logan said sharply, leaning forward. His driver hesitated. "Sir, it's not safe." "I said stop." The car pulled over. Logan stepped out into the light drizzle and walked toward the bench. The girl looked about 7 or 8, thin, wearing an oversized hoodie and pink sneakers soaked through from the rain. Her tiny arms were folded across her chest, shivering in her sleep. Logan crouched beside her, heart tightening. She wasn't just a passerby's child waiting for a late bus. There was no adult nearby. Her face, streaked with rain and tears, looked pale. Her backpack, stuffed under her head like a pillow, had holes in it. "Hey," he said gently, reaching out but stopping short of touching her. "Hey, sweetie." The girl stirred, blinking in fear as she awoke. Her eyes were wide, frightened, darting from Logan to the dark street behind him. "I'm not going to hurt you," he said quickly, raising his hands in peace. I saw you here, and I wanted to make sure you're okay." She didn't speak. "What's your name?" Logan asked. She looked away, hugging herself tighter. "You hungry?" Her lips parted slightly. She gave the faintest nod, almost like she didn't mean to. "Come with me," Logan said softly, holding out his hand. "I'll get you warm food, somewhere safe to sleep, no tricks, I promise." The girl hesitated. She looked at his car, then back at him. She didn't move. Logan swallowed hard. What was he doing? He was a CEO, a man people feared in boardrooms, not someone who knew how to talk to children. And yet something about this girl, her silence, her eyes, made him feel something he hadn't in a long time. Helpless, human. He slowly removed his coat and wrapped it gently around her shoulders. She didn't stop him. "Just one night," he said. "No police, no questions, just warmth." She stared at him again, then slowly slipped off the bench, shoes squishing on the pavement. Wordless, she took his hand. And without knowing why, Logan's chest tightened, like he'd just made the most important decision of his life. The next morning, sunlight poured into the penthouse apartment that overlooked the city skyline. Floor-to-ceiling windows lit the marble floors and designer furniture. But all Logan could focus on was the small figure curled up on his oversized leather couch, still asleep, still clutching the blanket he had given her the night before. He had sat across from her for hours after they got back, making sure she ate something warm, mac and cheese and chicken nuggets, the only thing his chef could prepare quickly that didn't look like it belonged in a 5-star restaurant. She had barely said a word, not even her name, but she ate, slowly, like someone used to saving food, not finishing it. Now, as the city buzzed to life below, Logan stood silently in his kitchen, pouring himself a coffee he wouldn't drink. His phone buzzed on the counter with meeting reminders, but he ignored them. For once, quarterly projections didn't matter. The little girl asleep on his couch did. His assistant, Claire, arrived just after 8 a.m. She froze when she saw the child. "Logan, who is this?" "I don't know her name," he said quietly. "Found her sleeping at a bus stop last night." Claire stared at him like he was speaking another language. "You brought her home." "What was I supposed to do, leave her there?" he snapped, then sighed. "I couldn't." Claire looked at the girl again, her tone softening. "She's a runaway?" "Maybe, or abandoned, or worse. She didn't say." He rubbed the back of his neck, suddenly overwhelmed. "I need to do something. Something real for once. Not just throw money at a foundation." There was a sound behind them. The girl was awake, sitting up, blankets still wrapped around her like a shield. Her eyes scanned the unfamiliar space. "Hey," Logan said, approaching slowly. "You okay?" She nodded once. "Want more breakfast?" She hesitated, then whispered, "Okay." Claire gave him a look, but Logan didn't care. He knelt by the couch. "Listen, you can stay as long as you want. No pressure, you're safe here, I promise." The girl studied him for a long moment, then whispered, "My name's Lily." Logan smiled, something deep in his chest cracking open. "Hi, Lily, I'm Logan." And in that moment, something in both of them began to change.